centre running to give Australia the advantage.
Sanders over the top, stolen by New Zealand. Big challenge from Richardson, but the ball will stay with the Kiwis.
Well, it was an umpiring decision that gave Australia the break, but it was the brilliance of Cheryl Clark that puts New Zealand back in the game as precious seconds tick away. Who's got the heart for it?
Deadlock, the game with a minute 50. Australia and New Zealand, anybody's match.
Remembering a drawn game, we'll see the two teams play 2 7-minute halves of extra time.
Remain with New Zealand.
Players need to be so...
46-45, we're in the final minute.
The danger is it's a New Zealand centre. It's against the run of the centres.
The gold medal in the balance. Australia's tremendous record in the balance. Not losing a major final for 15 years. Australia have beaten New Zealand by 1 in several classic matches. New Zealand lead by 1 here. The ball out of court. Australia have possession. Is there time? Quickly, Harvey Williams looking. She fires it. McMahon has it. Looking for Cox. Can Cox make this long-range shot? Yes! Absolutely! 46 all! There's no time, hardly time on the clock, but Australia have it. Can they make one here?
They've got to go to the circle. It goes against them. It's an offensive penalty against Cox. Offensive in many ways, I dare say. New Zealand in possession.
46 all, New Zealand have it. There can hardly be 5 seconds still on the clock. There isn't. It's full time. It's deadlocked. It's 46 all. We will play extra time, 7 minutes each way.
Well, I've not seen it before. In the last 3 World Championships, they haven't managed to draw. 14 superb athletes have taken this to a new level. They will have a break, a 2-minute break, at the end of which they will play 2 7-minute halves with no turnaround time in the middle.
Well, this is heart-stopping stuff. The gold medal match, Australia and New Zealand, we knew it was going to be a contest. We know from the past record what it can be like. Australia has had the advantage. Well, I say advantage. Australia has had the luck, call it what you will, in the past to sneak it out by a single goal on several occasions. This time, though, great fight to the wire. It's 46 all. Extra time will be played.
Worth making the trip to Manchester.
Well, will there be changes here? There will have to be, I would imagine. Both sides are going to consider the options. You can't deny that the New Zealand lineup has performed exceptionally. Clark, in the closing minutes of this quarter, has made 2 unbelievable intercepts.
I think Ellis and Clark came into this match equal 5th on the leaderboard for a number of interceptions. They'd each taken 22 coming into this match, and they've shown the calibre of that statistic in the crucial moments of that game. Ellis and Clark both giving their teams the opportunities they needed. Look at Jill McIntosh. What would be going through her mind?
Put yourself in the shoes of both coaches. Would you make a change?
I'd be inclined not to. I think the 7 that have been out there in the closing stages of that match for both countries have earned the right to see it through. Now, I know you risk fatigue coming into the match, but these are some of the world's elite athletes. Forget netball, they are athletes across the board, and I think they're up for it. The adrenaline will be raging through both sets, and I can't see any changes to either lineup. I think put the seatbelt on.
No changes for Australia. And none for New Zealand. 2 7-minute halves, 14 minutes to decide the gold medal. 46 all, Australia and New Zealand. New Zealand with a restart. Pressure. Great effort by Van Dijk. Tried to get it into the net. Australia with Harvey Williams.
Obstruction call against Van Dijk.
Chambers, who's had a brilliant game in midfield. Richardson likewise. New Zealand steal it. No, they don't. Decision.
Slaps the sides. Clark can't believe it all.
And screams no at the umpire.
It'll be advanced. It's advanced because Clark did not stand out of play as instructed. First foul of extra time to Australia. Discipline required. You mentioned the brilliance of Clark. How must she be feeling? She stepped into the shoes of Bernice Menny, the former New Zealand captain, who stood down when Yvonne Luring was sacked as coach, and she's risen to the occasion.
Off the rim, who gets the rebound?
Josh Potts.
New Zealand's ball. Opportunity lost for Australia. Could be 2 up, but for that.
A little pedantic by New Zealand, double-checking where it's to be taken. Clear instructions are being given by both umpires.
Advantage, contact. Instruction, wing defence, penalty New Zealand. Advantage, instruction,
Expect fatigue to affect the judgment of some players on court. It's a big ask.
Instruction, wing defence, penalty New Zealand.
Oh, magic shot.
Beautiful shot, 47 all.
We've not seen her tested at range. She was worthy of that one. Should they be locked at the end of this 14-minute extra time period, they'll play until one team is 2 goals clear. Cancel the flights home.
Well, New Zealand led by 3 at the end of the first quarter.
Banganara on screen, still can't bear to watch.
Advantage, contact, wing defence.
At the half, it was New Zealand by 2. At the 3 quarters, it was tied up at 37 all. At full time, tied up at 46 all. It's now 47 all. We could be here all night. And back off the rim. Australia had possession. Ellis quickly to Richardson, Harvey Williams.
Lockhagen starting to add a bit of drama to the mix. Thought she could act her way through that penalty. Good call then from Deegan.
Australians running constantly, particularly with Sanders and Richardson making space. Great goal.
Catherine Cox looked in the last quarter like there was rush coming into the game. She's now steadied again.
Chance for Australia, up by 1.
Advantage, obstruction.
Sanders to Richardson over the top. McMahon
Contact on the ball, goal defence, penalty pass.
will get another bite at the
Contact,
cherry.
goal defence. Goal defence.
Clark must come into the out-of-play position.
2 ahead, Australia. Seymour restarts for New Zealand.
Contact, goal attack, penalty New Zealand.
Oh, great steal. Richardson, Ellis. Solid game for Australia. McMahon finds Cox, who's in the position. New Zealand defence swarming around the circle.
Beautiful take by Sanders, who really had to put the speed on to get around. Holding call. Darbu out. Cox can't convert.
Inside, penalty pass, shot, goal attack.
Another chance. This time it'll be Clark who will be stood out. And she does so reluctantly. An ungracious disposal by putting the ball on the ground.
Australia by 3.
Nikki Richardson sucks in the air and steadies herself as she steps into the circle. Spare a thought for the 2 senders that have run this match and continue to. Talk about your marathon. Richardson has come into this game with a huge cloud over her ankle.
Well, she's a Richmond supporter. They've heard them tough.
They're just signing her up.
Well, she was played at preference, I think. She's banned from playing AFL when she was 8 years old. That's why she took up netball.
Ellis working hard around the body of Van Dyke, but only draws the penalty.
Lockhagen, top 1 from Harvey Williams.
Now, Harvey Williams can't believe it. I'm kind of on the Australian skipper's side on that one. Lockhagen's starting to appeal, using a bit of drama and acting. She just needs to go up to the ball and pull it in.
Australia still by 2, 50 to 48.
is important. They score from their centre, and Harvey Williams denies them.
Beautiful intercept by Harvey Williams. Squire and Sanders take it through. 1 minute remaining on this first period of extra play.
I've never known 6 minutes to go so quickly, and I bet it felt like 20 for the girls.
I'm glad you pointed at the clock because I had no idea.
Turnover to New Zealand again. It's important. It was their centre. For their sakes, they need to
Well, if that
capitalise on
wasn't 3
this.
seconds, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Skipper Seymour has it.
Van Dijk working hard for the hold position to the post.
The margin just 1 now in Australia's favour. 50 to 49.
Advantage taking, wing defence.
This is a test for 14 players and 2 umpires to maintain good decisions.
Advantage
Margin
offside
2 would be
centre.
nice at the break. Oh, a pass to nowhere from Rebecca Sanders, the first mistake she's made in the game.
Yeah, I was sitting there scrambling to find out an error. There's no break though. They could change ends and continue play. There is no rest for these weary soldiers.
50 to 49. Australia, a single goal in front, and that's what it almost always comes down to between these two sides.
I'm just wondering why the 2 umpires came to the centre of the court.
In 30 of their 65 matches in history, the margin's been 5 goals or less.
Van Dijk available, but New Zealand slow getting to her, and they'll pay for it. Ellis had inside position. It'll be Australia's penalty, and Van Dijk will be out. Great start from the Australian defenders.
Advantage contact goal. Attack.
Ellis on the floor. Van Dijk gives her a hand up. The play moves on. Urgently seeking a goal for Australia. Richardson with the ball.
Cox is putting in the kilometres to open space and make herself available.
Yes. Beautiful goal. Australia by 2. 6 minutes on the clock.
And the centre to follow is important. It could take them to 3, which would be valuable
Contact centre.
given there's just the 6.
Contact.
Richardson. 9 times Richardson again.
Great movement in the Australian circle. They look like they're just starting the game.
Oh, long range shot doesn't come off for Cox this time. Darby for New Zealand. Nickel. Squire put the ball out. It's Australia's throw-in.
Twice at crucial moments, Nickel has produced a misfeed. One was short, that one was too much. Uncharacteristic from the former Silver Fern captain.
Richardson did well to stay in court there. Cox has it. Another long-range attempt.
Contact with the body. Penalty pass. New
Australia will
Zealand.
keep. Oh no, they don't. New Zealand have it.
Unfortunately, those shots are hero material if you make them and
Advantage contact.
can be tragic on the turnover. The flying Van Dijk.
Won the difference.
And it's the Kiwi centre.
Advantage contact. Wing
Desperation
attack.
play now from both sides.
Contact wing defence. Penalty
Heavy
pass.
challenge by Squire. New Zealand with the ball still. Seymour hesitates.
Advantage
Some
offside
tied legs in
centre.
that circle. You can see the players almost unable to get the legs around the bodies.
51 all. Van Dijk, towering strength for New Zealand, even in extra time.
Contact,
Harvey
contact,
Williams for
penalty
Australia. To Sanders, McMahon, Cox, don't try another long range one.
Why your heart's not up to it. Instead, coughs up a penalty. That's through the eyes of Deegan. Richardson tries and salvage it.
New Zealand.
Now she's out. Davu though calls time.
Time
She's
out.
involved with the back or the right hip. Back by the look.
Well, it's 51 all, 3 minutes and 48 seconds on the clock. It is still anyone's match.
It's probably a break they all can dearly use. It's time to get water to them as well if the players think to come to the sideline.
Well, McMahon certainly did.
Cecil Hag, Australia's assistant coach. Both teams stay in huddles. Neither of them have come to the sidelines for water. Darby goes up, she lands awkwardly and steps back, and it's probably then that she feels something in her back. I don't know that Richardson really was a cause of that.
Australia has been up by 2 goals in this extra period. Lead by 1 after the first 7 minutes. But the Kiwis coming back. It's 51 all.
Contact centre, right.
And the restart for New Zealand. Davu, Nicol, looking for the captain, Richardson. Nicol again.
Bandage obstruction, goal attack.
Ooh.
A lot of hesitation. Yeah. All players really double thinking every option. They don't want to pop one up.
Beautiful long range goal for New Zealand, puts them ahead, 52-51, and they've got the restart.
Cool as you please. Van Dijk slap hands with Lochhagen. Oh, the layup doesn't fall. Ellis.
Australia with possession. So New Zealand paying the penalty for rushing a shot.
Reminiscent of World Championships in '99, New Zealand coughed it up on a short-range shot. Ellis was there to take the rebound. Can she give a vital opportunity this time to Australia? Less than 3 minutes.
Sanders on the edge of the circle. Quickly passes. Cox. Long range again. One of these has got a fall. Not that one. New Zealand has done it again. Darby's down and through the advertising hoarding at the back of the court. That won't do the hip much good. Or the back.
Time again called.
Limps gingerly to her feet. Pained expression on the face, but there's a pained expression on the face of every player on the court, I've got to say. Desperation stakes hit, 2 minutes 36 remaining. Play resumes, 52-51, New Zealand ahead.
Catherine Cox just losing the radar when she needs it most. Australia pack the middle, they're looking for the turnover, desperate for the turnover.
Australian defence quickly falling back round the circle now. New Zealand retain it desperately.
Rowbury quite entitled as long as she doesn't touch any area inside, as long as it's only the ball she leans on.
Van Dijk misses, New Zealand retain it. Lochhagen, Rowbury, Van Dijk now under the post. 2 ahead New Zealand. 53-51, desperation time again for Australia. It has been since the start of the match. Gold medalist in Kuala Lumpur. They defeated New Zealand there and at the World Championships in '99. Won the difference. McMahon pulls one back. 53 plays 42. New Zealand have the restart.
Once again, Australia in the position that they need their back line to come up with something special.
Minute and a half. Over the top, Lochhagen holds it. No, she doesn't. Punches it back to Van Dijk.
Sure.
Off the rim. Regains. Chest to the post.
This could be the buffer New Zealand needs. It doesn't drop again.
Australia have it. Fantastic squire up the middle to Sanders.
Remembering if they draw it again, they'll play until one team is 2 goals clear.
Cox thought about the long-range shot, thought better of it. Fortunately, McMahon has the ball, and it's in. 53 all. Less than a minute to play on the clock.
The hands are in the head on the Kiwi bench. Jill McIntosh has not moved.
Australia have it. Ball goes loose. Richardson recovers. Cox will try the long-range shot. Yes! At last! She's missed 3 or 4 of those long-range shots from near the edge of the circle. That one puts Australia ahead, 54-53.
It's off the hands. Ellis is being stood out. This is a chance to equalise for New Zealand. Seconds left. They're both out.
This will be a gimme for Van Dijk in New Zealand and will level the match again. No! Well, she's got it now. 54 all. There is no time left. Richardson. A long-range shot to Cox. He can't hold it.
It's a penalty. It's inside the circle. Diver will be stood out. This is the most important goal of her life.
Yes! Cox, you are a genius!
Well, it was McMahon years ago, and now it's Catherine Cox. Surely not enough time.
55, 54. That's it.
Contact,
It's been
defense.
called, surely. No.
No,
The
it's been
bench went
called
up.
for the
They thought
penalty.
it was a penalty. Bench thought it was full time. New Zealand have it. There's still time for them.
They must go to the circle if they want the goal. For
55,
15 years
54.
they've been denied.
Indecision, Seymour to Van Dyke.
They
1
must go
point
to
in
the
it.
shooter.
Strong challenge from Squire.
But again, it's just eating up time. It's outside the circle. If New Zealand seriously want goal, they must pop it to a shooter, and the Australian defence must stay off and clean.
Penalty point.
And it's a penalty. This could tie it up again. Ellis looks at the bench to see
It's
how
all
long.
square. 55 all. There cannot be any time on the clock.
Striking. On the bench, please.
Cox for Australia. I don't know what's gone wrong with the clock here. It counted down. It's counting back up again. 55 all.
Surely she can't do it again.
She can!
She does.
56-55. The bench goes up for Australia. I don't understand the time.
Tired and confused players keep looking to both benches. Both benches have signalled that there's nothing left. New Zealand again know they must go to a shooter. They must force the contact.
Ellis!
Ellis.
Lizzie Ellis! Oh, enormous defence. Australia on the attack.
They won't waste time. Too much pride. They won't eat it up. They'll just keep attacking.
56-55.
Contact, goalkeeper, pass or shot, where you are.
Australia's ball.
Goalkeeper, please.
This will put it beyond doubt.
Just hold time, please. You.
Timeout called to mop up the floor.
It's not the one we want. We want a timeout, but of a different quality.
The timing has got me lost here.
Okay, thank you. On the court.
McMahon
On the court, please.
pauses for breath.
The timekeepers have been entered